Would I buy Near Protocol in the bear market? My short answer is yes. Near is a sort of a late addition to the layer one blockchain enterprise, so-called ETH killer type gang, but I wouldn't quite label them there because there's a lot of potential. And the thing that probably has me most excited about it is the opportunity, the potential of being able to work interconnectedly with Ethereum, with Polkadot, with Cosmos, and a lot of other blockchains. I'm curious to see how that turns out. So yes, short answer, yes, but I do want to talk about its potential. I want to talk about it as a cryptocurrency, what I expect for Near moving forward. So what has me excited perhaps about Near? And I'm saying perhaps for a specific reason. I'll get into that in a second. So a few things here. They're just looking at their website. Foundation for creation. The creator economy requires robust infrastructure, including a set of intuitive developer tools and an engaged decentralized community. Solutions for scalability. It's a huge thing. We're seeing scalability issues with Ethereum, with their gas fees. We're seeing scalability issues with Solana, with their hacks and everything going on with that, with their crashes. And Near claims to be able to, at some point at least, offer solutions for that. I'm always interested to see what those solutions could be. Here's what has me excited. This is not a finished product yet, but looking at the multi-chain future, this is what Near wants to do. Running in concert, I already said this, with Ethereum, Polkadot, and Cosmos and more, allowing for the free flow of assets and communication between networks for the betterment of all. They actually have hopes and plans to do something like this. It is not a finished product, but if they can actually do this, this is going to make our lives much more simple. And I'll get into that in a second. I'll show you a picture of what that looks like. But looking at Near Token, they did launch pretty late. October of 2020 was when they were first offered, started out at 80 cents, peaked at about $20, a decent return. Here I am saying 24, 25x. Yeah, decent return. It's a decent return in comparison to other cryptos. I do believe that this is an ecosystem that's growing. Taking a look at the ecosystem here, tons of players on this. I mean, we're seeing all the wallets, Coinbase, Coin98, Ledger. We're seeing, I saw Chainlink on here, seeing so many different things, NFT and gaming. There's lots of potential, lots of partnerships, lots of dApps that have been built on Near. So yeah, definitely a growing ecosystem, one that I expect to continue to grow. And because of that, I would say that I have a lot of confidence in Near as a cryptocurrency that I would put in a higher high within the next 3 to 4 years, or whenever the next euphoria phase is. And looking at the tokenomics, it's not that bad. From what I've been able to research, we can see that about 75% of Near supply is already active. A 1 billion Near cap and circulating supply as of today of 746 million, and in what I've been able to research, an inflation rate of about 5%. That's not, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh man. I'm sorry. I am not editing that out. Sorry. But anyway, an inflation rate of about 5% annually, not too bad until they reach their peak. And then there is potential for Near to become deflationary in the future. So looking at that, not too bad. I've seen cryptocurrencies. The last video that I did on Cosmos, we saw a potential 7 to 20% annual inflation into perpetuity. I like this a lot better. Now, getting into other things that, they're very, what do I say here with Near? They're very ambitious with what they want to do. This Nightshade technology is intriguing to me. It's a variation of sharding. It's what it says. Sharding is an important technological advancement. You think starting back with Bitcoin, every blockchain was its own thing. Everything was contained in that block. And sharding does not do that. Sharding splits each blockchain into smaller chunks so that different computers can process different things, different validators can process different things, and we can have potentially a faster network, a faster set of transactions. Near boasts that they currently or will one day be able to do 100,000 transactions per second, which is, I have not seen anything faster than that. I mean, Ethereum right now is 12 to 15 transactions per second. When ETH 2.0 launches, it is apparently going to be 100,000 transactions per second. I'm a little bit skeptical. It's like, I'll believe it when I see it, but they're ambitious with that. And so I already talked about this. I wanted to show you this chart as well. This is the thing that has a ton of potential that could make Near a major player moving forward. And this is basically a system that they're trying to design right now that would allow for better access to different cryptocurrencies, to different blockchains and platforms through the Near system. And so here's a simple way of putting it. You send a signed Ethereum transaction. It's wrapped up into a Near transaction. That wrapped transaction is sent. It is unwrapped, and then Near gas usage, all that stuff. There's a transaction fee that goes on with that. And then, one step leads to another. Ethereum, ETH is paid out to the person receiving it. And there is no, there's like wrapped Bitcoin, which is on Ethereum's platform. This is not wrapped Ethereum. This is a process of wrapping and unwrapping Ethereum that involves the usage of the Near platform and the Near token, and then being paid out in actual Ethereum, not Near wrapped Ethereum. This is very early on. This is an ambitious goal. This is an unfinished product. But if they can actually do this, this will get me very excited about what Near could be in the future. And remember, if you watched my first video in this series, I talked about this. I talked about, look down here, is this a mostly finished product or is it still taking shape? Cardano, Quant, and Mina are some examples about that. Cardano is very slow moving, but they're very ambitious, but we're not going to see Cardano as a finished product until something like 2030. That actually, that kind of hope, whether it's a false hope or not, gets me excited about buying that cryptocurrency in the bear market in anticipation of the next run, because of the fact that it's not a finished product, it will have this sort of hype thing of like, yeah, this is going to go to a higher price, and maybe Cardano is going to be the future. Same thing with something like Mina. The technology for what Mina wants to do does not exist yet. So of course, Mina is a lot of hype right now, and we will see one day what Mina is, boasting itself as the lightest blockchain. And so I see something similar with Near. Like, if Near can actually do this, then that's going to be huge. But people always buy based on potential. This is how stocks work. You buy stocks, you buy Tesla stock, not based on who they are right now, but based on what you think they're going to be. If you think a company is going to grow, then you buy the stock knowing that if they grow in revenue, if they grow in earnings per share and all that company is going to be worth more 10 years from now than it is now. That's what you do when you buy stocks, or that's what you should do at least. If you're actually buying based on fundamentals. And so same deal with this. You buy Near as a cryptocurrency, not because of what it is now. You buy it because of all the excitement and the hope, and people will buy into it based off of what they're seeing it could potentially do. Now, if they fall short of that at any point, that is a bad sign. But when is this actually going to be able to happen? I would expect sometime not far into the future, but a medium amount of time into the future. I would expect it to be after the next Bitcoin halving. And so I would expect there to be another euphoria phase where Near does very well and it does put in a higher high. And then sometime after that, then we go into another bear market or something. Sometime after that, perhaps this will actually happen, or maybe it just won't. But either way, I'm talking about with this series, would I buy this for the next euphoria phase? And because of that kind of hype and excitement, yes, I will buy, simply because I believe with all of the things put together that Near will put in a higher high next cycle. From today's price, that's a 5x if it just got back to its previous cycle top. I wouldn't be surprised if this put in a decently higher high. Especially we didn't see enough time for the hype with Near to come into fruition. And so give it more time. Give it more time for people to get on board with this. And I would expect, from $4 for Near to go well over $20 within a few years. We will see. But this checks off a lot of boxes, a lot of things that I'm looking for. So anyway, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video, smash up that like button, leave a comment in the comment section. What do you think about Near? Where do you think it's going to go? Will it put in a higher high next cycle? I'd love to hear all of your thoughts. Otherwise, I will see you in another video. Peace.